Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Welcome back to the main account where we unfortunately see ourselves in Diamond 2. And we have lost one game now since being Diamond 2. But yeah, we've just been a bit cursed today. Hey, Hizzy, thank you much for the... Well, welcome to the 2-year sub club, man. But yeah, we played our first game and we had like something like a 1-12 or something bot lane. We lost that game. And then we just played another game and we had a 1-9 or something like that, Rengar jungle. He just can't win those games, so it's nothing you can do about it. Seal the Doggo, 22 months, also a tier 1, says, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Isn't that a song? Maybe. But yeah, we're playing Milio. We played him in Unranked Diamond. Since then, he has had a small nerf, or a nerf. Some of it was a bit big, which I'm fine with that. And I also, when I played him the wrong way. So you're supposed to max E on Milio. I think I maxed Q, and that's also why I was probably partially complaining, going, his shield does nothing. Yeah, it was rank 1 when it probably should have been rank 5. So yeah. Oh, is it Taylor Swift? Queen Pleb likes Taylor Swift. She's even been to like a concert and everything. I didn't even know really who it was, and then she kind of played a couple songs. I was like, oh, I know this song. So I knew a couple of her songs, but I didn't know specifically it was her. Anyway, we're a pretty AoE comp, and then Tryndamere is an outlier, but obviously Tryndamere's, you know, let's be honest, they're mainly split push McGee. So as a 4 unit, we're actually quite a good 4 unit. The only thing is, I don't know if our 4 unit will beat their 5 unit. We might, but in theory, we should never really have 4v5, because Tryndamere should always have side pressure. Oh yeah, Wild Joker just said, just watch the video on Milio and Maud. It works to get Milio out, but not on an ally. Oh, so if I get Maud ulted, I can yeet myself out of the death realm. But if my teammate, let's say Tryndamere gets ulted, I can't get him out with my ult. To be honest, that does make sense, because they're in a different plane of existence. They're in the death realm. My ult is not in that realm, so it would make sense. And if I'm in that realm, I can ult myself out. That makes sense. So yeah, that does make sense to me. It would be a bit weird if I could just like completely and utterly counter Maud. So yeah. But if honestly, if Maud ults me, it's a good thing, because I can just like go, nope, never mind, see ya. But that's the thing, the Maud might not know that. He might be playing against Emilio for the first time. So he might ult me, and then I'm like, ha 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 ha. Oh, God. I did go to the gym earlier, by the way, so I'm a little bit tired. Yeah, Milio can cleanse Urgot ult. He can cleanse everything in the game apart from knockups. So take that as you will. Literally everything. Suppressions, all of it. If it's any form of CC apart from a knockup, Milio can ult it. But like, there are some exceptions. Like if, say, Vi is ulting somebody, but she's not quite there yet, I don't think Milio's ult would stop Vi getting there. I think it wouldn't break the ult. Camilla, I think so. That would have to be a test specifically, but I think it would do it. Because if you QSS Camille ult, you get freed, right? I'm pretty sure you do. I am pretty sure you do. Jarvan 4 ult, I mean, that's different. Jarvan 4 ult is a structure, not a CC. Same as a Nibia wall. It's not a CC, it's a structure. So we won't go Q level 1, because that's our lane poke. So just to have some form of damage in lane.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I'm pretty strong. I've been training like all day.
30 seconds.
Alawi E. Not really a CC.
Whoa, I bet you're pretty strong, huh?
Have it. Okay. I noticed, by the way, that my Jhin and Orianna had the honor symbols on them, so they actually might both be quite nice. It's rare to have teammates that are nice, but because they both have that honor thing, they might be on the nicer end, which is good. Come on, lad. Follow Dora the Explorer. What's the male version of Dora called? That's what I want to call Milio. Dante? Diego. Ah, it is Diego, isn't it? Right, it's Diego from now on. Diego the Explorer. Look at him go. What culture would you specifically say Milio is inspired by? South American? Oh, I don't know, Moxim, potentially. Like, Moxim just said, is it the same voice actor that did Miguel in Coco? It sounds very similar. Honestly, it does sound similar. Central / Southern America? Okay. I thought so. Dude, Coco is one of my favorite films. What color is the sky? Ay, amor, ay, amor. Amor, ay, amor. You made me un poco loco. I wish I spoke Spanish. You've never seen Coco? Oh. Next Day of the Dead. Watch Coco. And at the ending, if you don't cry, I'm questioning things. You should cry at the end of Coco. I wonder if this Lulu wanted to play Milio and I took it away. That's the way that I don't know if anyone else thinks that way, but whenever, like, it's a new enchanter, like, whenever there's an enchanter on my team, I'm like, well, they wanted to play the new champion. So close. So because I played Milio already, I kind of know what I'm doing more than I did like the first game, obviously. Oops. Dude, it is definitely like, is it the same voice actor? The more the more Moxim's got into my head, it really does sound like him. Like that little like, yeah, that is that was in the film Coco. That's actually quite bad for a Nocturne to die like that. How the game's been, Kaki? Not great. Played 2, lost 2. Just incredible feeding going on my team. Both games. Honestly, the Jin Milio lane works quite well because I can get the W proc up really easily. Hey, Kalista the Jungler. How did Coco end? Can't remember, but it was alright movie. I don't want to spoil it. 47 months of Prime. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the movie. It's like the ending was quite a big part of the whole thing. Nice, lad. Nice, lad! Hey, Creeper. Would I ever coach? I've thought about it. Like, in my I don't know if people watched my 10-year anniversary video on YouTube. I did mention, like, one thing I've been thinking about a little bit as a series is, like, taking one person, like, really under my wing and actually like trying to do an actual coaching series with it. I don't know how I'd pick the person. I don't know if I would charge for it. I've got no idea. But like focusing on one individual, trying to coach them up and try to make them hit higher ranks. I don't know. I don't know. Lulu's mid lane? What the hell? Why is she mid? See, I've thought about it. Just giving him higher range to try and finish off that minion wave. Un poco loco. They're ganking a Tryndamere. Seems a bit weird. They're still trying to gank a Tryndamere. You don't really gank Tryndameres. Kaki, 22 months tier 1. Thank you so much, my dude. Nah, I'm gonna max E. I'm maxing W second. The reason why is Jhin already has quite high range. So, like, yes, the higher range is nice, but he already has high range, so it should be fine. Potentially, I would do W max if I was with something low range, because then you are really helping them have higher range.
This is the farthest I've ever been.
That's my thought process on it, anyway. Do I only do compound movements? I do mainly compound movements. But I do accessory work for those movements. So like today, we did deadlift, bench press, and then they weren't skull crushers, but they were similar to skull crushers as an accessory to bench press. Okay, so Varus aimed for me then, not my Jhin, which is interesting. He might be starting to target me because I'm squishier. Why does she have a dark seal? That's cocky. That's very cocky. He's just waiting. It's not okay. This guy does not play Nocturne. Oh well, Orianna saw that coming. She should never die to that ever. Oh, she could have killed him maybe. Oh, Sedge might kill him. Yeah. And Orianna got it. Wow. Oh, Victor died. Orianna died. Nice. That's not bad. I would like a Sedge gank bot lane, man. It feels like we could probably kill them. That was like really desperate by that Varus. That was weird. Yeah, Jhin doesn't do a lot of damage yet, unfortunately. He will, eventually. Cool beans. I haven't honestly seen a Victor in a while. I would probably say I've seen Orianna more than Victor. That's crazy when you think about it.
Did you see that, Buenigos?
Did Maw just ult? I think the Maw did just ult. Why didn't he press Q?
Anyone else getting sleepy?
Mid? Yeah. Mid, but nothing happened. Cool. He mucked that up. Get wrecked, Lulu. Let's go get insanely wrecked. I was holding my ulti for that. I was just waiting. Oh god. I missed. Oh, that's annoying. Nocturne? Dude, what? This guy just isn't really thinking, is he? She has Heartsteel already. Oh, I hit it. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Nocturne will have ulti when he spawns. You have to be careful. Get myself a little cheeky plate. Why not? Hey, Floral. Hey, Neon Moon. How's today going? Unfortunately, 2 not good games. So we're down in like mid-diamond 2, but this game seems to be going pretty good. Again, I've played well today, I would say. We're not playing bad, but there's not much you can do when you have like a 1-9 Rengar jungle, you know? You just kind of play what you do and play what you can. Weird thing is that Rengar jungle was a Smurf. Mainly a Diana player, worth saying, but still. Really? This Nocturne is good. Oh, I'm coming! Oh, why didn't you come to me? If Orianna walked to me, I might have been able to save her. That's annoying. Does Emax feel better? I feel more of like a support with Emax than... Oh wait, I'm supposed to do that. Whoops. I was building the wrong item. What? That looked like it hit. Okay, Tryndamere tanked the tower. Uh-oh. Surprised they even had the confidence to do that. Alright, I built the wrong item. There we go. Hey, congratulations, Floral. Hells yeah. Floral got a job. When is the deadline for the plushie? The 31st. I don't know, and I have to admit, I don't know if that means the plushie is available on the 31st, or when it turns the 31st, then they're gone. I actually don't know. I'm on my way, lad. Yeah, Jin, you're a bit weak in a pure 1v1. I don't think this Jin is incredible. Unfortunately for me. Like, he had Gale Force as well there, I think, to get away, but he just didn't use it, which is a bit funky. Yeah, he's nice. His Nocturne is not having a good game. Oh, it goes through terrain without even it like being there. Am I doing unranked to diamond today? Nope. My unranked to diamond day is Thursdays. Today is Friday. As Rebecca Black says, it's Friday. Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
Christine! Mama worked so hard on this poncho!
Wait, what? Nocturne went for the wrong target. I should be dead. What? He ulted the wrong thing. Oh my. Wait, okay, yeah, he's an absolute noob, Nocturne. He went Axiom Arc Nocturne first item. Yeah, this guy is big noob. Jesus.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I traveled through another village kinda like this.
Oh, I hit that. Oh, I actually feel like an actual support now. That wasn't very nice. They should got him. Yeah, they got him. Nice assist for me. So that's what I would say is the difference between Max and Q, technically doing it wrong, and maxing E. I actually do feel like a support now, which is good. Ooh, nice ace. New desk has arrived. I don't know about anybody else, but like where you are right now, and you can, this could be partially the question of the day, your environment of where you're chilling, gaming, whatever. I'm going to place a wild bet and say the vast majority of everybody's setups are years old and they don't really change. So when people get like a new desk or something, it's a really big thing because it changes the vibe of like your whole gaming area like mad. It's the same for like not even just your gaming area. Most of you, your houses, you'll have the same vibe. Everything will look the same for years, and that's fine. That's normal life. You know, it's not normal life to change like scenery in your house too often. Why is Maud here? What? I'm very confused. Maud came from the top. Where's Tryndamere? Oh, he's there. What? Okay, why is Tryndamere grouping? Tryndamere should just be top lane smashing the Maud and splitting, no? That was weird. Hey, that's Luch. 33 tier 1. So 33 is my lucky number. Woot woot huzz. This F1 season gonna stink. Watching you whilst being a pleb never does. Thank you so much, dude. And yeah, this F1 season is probably not going to be very fun. I even had the other day to having a little chat to someone, a Max Verstappen fan, admit to me it's really boring at the moment. I know. Shocker, I know. I really pull your bucket. Your family's moved a lot. That's fair. Military family. Yeah, that makes sense. The movement speed definitely feels a lot better with maxing E, by the way, because like 25% movement speed and it's stacked, so I can get 50. I presume 50% is what it actually grants when you give 2 stacks to the same person. That's nice. That's a lot better.
isn't as creepy as it looks.
This Nocturne is so incredibly tilted, it's insane. Like, what? This, honestly, so how this guy's playing is exactly how my Rengar last game played. Like, same playstyle, everything. Just feeding their mind out, but constantly engaging. Oh boy, that's bad. Oriana. Wait, Lulu just ran it. Okay, that's fine. We win the fight. Wait, Ward's got Ignite. That's weird, isn't it? Yes. Having a Tryndamere that's actually grouping is working really well for us. Normally not a champion that typically groups. Here he is. Here's Inti McGee. Inti McGee's going in. Da -da -da -da, da -da, and he's dead again. He's dead again, and he used flash. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Oh. Yeah, the best way I can describe to the YouTube audience what you're watching this Nocturne do is exactly how my Rengar played last game. So much so that I don't even know, is it the same player? I don't think it is. But I also don't massively pay attention to some of the names. So it could be the same player and I just don't know. Hey, Bambox. Box. We saw a funny TikTok, by the way. Queen Pleb showed it to me a while ago. Of, you know, like having a dog in their crate. We say to Maya, in your crate, and she'll go in her crate. But someone trained their dog when they say box, they get in their crate, and I'm like, oh my god, I want that so badly. That's so cool. Box. Why is the enemy bot lane top? QSS. Tryndamere got QSS. Don't worry, guys. The enemy bot lane is split pushing. What? That'll teach us. Great split push there. Wait, your dog thinks it's going on a walk when Crofty said lights go away, lights out, away we go, because we say let's go when we're ready for a walk. That's really funny. Oh, that's actually really cute. I like that. Dude, I'm so fast. Rolling around like the speed of sound. Nowhere to go. Follow the rainbow. He was gonna ult me. This Nocturne keeps ulting me because he thinks I'm the only one he can kill, but that's the funny thing, he can't even kill me. Let's go.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Wait, Victor just died. Here's Nocturne again. Oh, the game ended. Let's go. Why can't a pirate ever finish the alphabet? Oh, I know this one. Because the R's are stolen or something like that. Oh, because he always gets lost at sea. Okay, to be fair, I've not heard that specific one. I'm going to give it to the Sedge. I think she played really good. All right. I'm hoping we don't see plus 25, by the way. I'm hoping we see plus 26 because we actually just lost 26 last game. 27. Yes. Okay, that's good. That means the game still wants me to climb. That's good. That was a really good game of Milio, by the way. Again, he does no damage whatsoever. Like, I would put Milio in literal terms of Soraka when it comes to damage. He does none. Hell, Soraka's actually got more damage abilities than Milio. Milio's only damage ability is his Q. Soraka's got her Q, and then I think her E does a small bit of damage as well. Or like, is it the W? Whichever the silence thing is, that does a little bit of damage. So Soraka's got 2 damage abilities. Milio's only got 1. So yeah. Anyway, we went 1-3-18. Did pretty good. Did pretty good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. That was very satisfying to win as well. That Nocturne got incredibly tilted. I can bring up the Aloda Meduda. I did actually remember to open the tab, and I haven't looked at it because, again, I try not to. Bonk. So yeah, he doesn't play it massively, but plays it a bit. So there was a duo. So, whoa. So the Victor was duo with the Varus, but the Varus has a very bad win rate. Just saying, my Jhin wanted Varus, and it makes sense now because he is a Varus main. Vladimir main is my Orianna, and my Orianna was duo with the Sedge. That does make a bit of sense because the Sedge was focusing mid quite a bit. Like, even, remember First Blood, it was a 2v2 mid lane because Sejuani was mid. The Tryndamere is a big Trindy Nips player, 1.2 basically million mastery points, and split pushes on Tryndamere. And yeah, we did pretty good there. So hopefully you enjoyed. That's Milio in his nerfed state, and I would say, yeah, he's still not bad. Again, he just does very little, well, he does no damage. And no damage in Modern League usually is bad. But the thing that Milio does nicely is his utility is insane. Like, the movement speed he gives, the range increase he gives, the anti-CC. And we didn't even do a massive amount of that this game. We were mainly just ulting for myself. So yeah, someone just said, what overlay is that? It's not an overlay. So it's Porofessor, and the link is down below. I use the website version, not the overlay version. But if you want the overlay version, it's linked down below. And if you use my link and all that, I do get a small kickback per download. But anyway, that was going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Call down!